Let me see if we are live soon. Waiting for everything to kick in. Yeah. This seems good. Just going to make sure that the sound is on. Sound is on. Yes, I usually don't stream on Sundays because there will be uploaded video and whatnot. That is sort of like a given, I guess. But you see Ode on his way today. Poor son has been fed and has been out. There's nobody else than me to even think about at the moment, so I thought, why not just take one of these like tedious streams? Red, blue, white, white. Yeah. And that's it for today, I guess. Unless I think of getting that Sunday item I need for Pokemon Silver later. Might come back to that if I could bother. Yeah. Did that daily task there, and I can move over to Pokemon Yellow again. Let me see. If this works first attempt. May or may not work first attempt. It worked. Oh, last time I almost got depressed. Watched back that image, and what really happened was that I accidentally released Flareon. It's not the worst thing that could have happened, but it was pretty bad. Yeah, I'll have to breed up yet another Eevee in Pokemon Gold later. It's not what I want. Yes, I have a migraine at the moment. I'm on a pill. The drug has already worked as a drug, but the pain-killing attribute hasn't kicked in yet. Eventually, it hopefully will. Poliwag, that's not what I want. Good boy. Getting breakfast and I'm gaming at the same time. Breakfast, migraine, gaming. My gosh. Yeah, I don't appreciate what happened last time. Like, I was going to check which Pokemon that I've caught, like with the names, like how many. And then I had to deposit Flareon or another Pokemon, but I deposited Flareon, And then instead of clicking up to withdraw, I clicked on release, and then I saw, okay, now I know which Pokemon I have. Let's retrieve Flareon, whilst I was in release, and I ended up releasing Flareon and I didn't notice. That was so depressing. My gosh. Like, I keep reminding myself it's not the end of the world. Like, it isn't like I released Kabuto because then I would have to play through this game one additional time. Or if I deleted Mew, that would have been game over. Because I already said I would only cheat the 2 times that I absolutely need. So yeah. That was pretty bad. I'm watching someone here in pain playing Pokemon and having milkshake for breakfast. I know it doesn't sound healthy, but there isn't an unhealthy thing in that smoothie, if you see what I mean. I have dates, bananas, oatmeal, flax seeds, sesame seeds. I mentioned bananas, yeah. Berry mix, and also there's like called American mix. It's just corn, green peas, and a carrot. I just ended up blending it all together. It's a really nice breakfast. It's like my common breakfast. But, oh yeah, I also added matcha powder. That's probably the least healthy thing in there. You know, if matcha is the least healthiest thing you have in a milkshake, well, that says something. More often I have cocoa powder. Fruit fly. Actually, Udayhana don't agree on getting rid of fruit flies. Just like leave them be, you know, with the amount of like tests we've done on them and all the contribution to humanity. I see her point. Yeah, a video will release today, but not yet, so early stream is my solution for that. Poisirene. Finally, I've only had polebags today. And then I'll cut the fish. And then I'll poison the fish. That sounds so grotesque. Interesting how they know peck. Here I'm using grass type to have an advantage, and they use peck. No, I haven't fixed my hair properly. Ugh. Yeah, usually I hide the headphones with my hair. I just forgot today. Only 25 Pokeballs left. I need to buy more. I'm not sure, but I think the transferring of the Pokemon will be faster than this. Language. Spanish. Okay. Oh no. And there we go. I'm quite sure I'm using a box that I'm supposed to, and I'd be very careful that I don't click on the release, because release is in between. As you can see, deposit and change box release is in the middle. That button shouldn't be there. It should be like an option when you click on the Pokemon. Let me check like the 7. If I click on release, I should be able to see which. Okay. But just don't click on anything. Where did Uno go? Uno went. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Uno needs to go somewhere else. I click on deposit. I'll deposit Mankey because it isn't the most important. Withdraw. I do this in the wrong order. Withdraw. Change box. Need to be very careful so I don't release any Pokemon again. 8. Deposit. Uno. Deposit. And then I need to change again. Change box. Need to be very careful so I don't release any Pokemon. I'll change to box 7 because I need to withdraw. Withdraw. Where's Mankey? Change box. Yes. What's in box 8? Withdraw. That's just Uno. Okay. Change box. Yes. So we're not in box 7 then. Withdraw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Indigo, blue, green. Oh yeah, because red is in the bottom. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I didn't deposit it to that box. Okay, change box. I looked into the wrong box. This is probably the right box. Given... Yeah, I think this is the right box. Yeah. And then, not to forget to change back to the last box. Change box. Don't click on release. I need to keep myself... Like, dyslexia is the main reason why I've done this wrong. Yeah. Got the full party. I haven't released anything. Oh, the release of Flareon, it's a little bit of a setback, but it isn't the end of the world. Yeah, great being like slightly double-handed, slightly. I have like 40-60 on my hands, 40 on my left, 60 on my right. I don't write well with my left hand, but like basic tasks, no problem. Good rod. Oh, Poisiren, there we go. First cut the fish and then poison the fish. not go on to like, yeah. I'll not go on beyond the release date of this coming video. Unless I forget time. Should be releasing like, is it 3 or 4 o'clock? I don't remember. Dos. Okay, this is done there. Dos. And then just keep going. Ugh. All the fishing though. It was a nice, all the honey's away for the weekend, so I only have myself to, and Pawsam to take care of. But Pawsam's been outside, he's been fed. He's okay. Yeah, if some of you wonder like why Pawsam isn't down here with me, he prefers to be upstairs. It's where he's used to sleeping. And now that I'm streaming, if he is up to no good, I cannot do anything. Holy bag! I forgot to move the games back. My gosh. Not with you today, but I'll be very careful when I go into the box, so that I don't release any more Pokemon. It's good that this is like a really brain dead activity. My head. Seriously, my head. When I'm doing the same thing as I did last, I'm just trying to rest while I'm playing. But I need to keep my guard up whenever I need to double check the box. What's that? No, that's not good. I need to breed in order to get another Flareon. Or, well, like, unless I decide to evolve the next save file here as Eevee into a Flareon. I'm so drugged down, and the pain-killing aspect of the medicine hasn't kicked in. There's like two different things. It doesn't happen at once. Sometimes it happens the other way around, and sometimes when I'm in like really good shape, I don't feel the drug whatsoever. Some rare occasions I don't feel the pain killing, and that's like detrimental. Yeah. No, I'm taking Ritzatriptan, by the way. It's the medicine I got prescribed. Yeah. Everything I take is legal. I haven't kept track. Is marijuana legal in Norway now? I actually haven't kept track. Because I know people take it for medicinal purposes, but I'm not sure if they get the prescription from Norway or if they've gotten it abroad. I don't like that substance. Oh, jeez. Well, now it will definitely go in, because now it's in red. There we go. Tres. Is it 1 or 2 S's in tres? Wow, my Spanish. Ugh. One S. Yeah, written Spanish. I haven't worked too much with it. I worked more with written French, but it's a long time ago. I remember when I started out with French, it's like, oh, this is so related to sign language, because both of the languages are so mute. So many silent letters, my gosh. Come on now. I'm actually surprised of how many people have tuned in, despite no announcement, but it might just be like Sunday. I actually planned to have like the release of the videos on Monday, but because of like the American calendar, it should have like has like one day off. So what I thought was Monday was actually Sunday, because Americans view Sunday as the first day of the week. Sometimes, at least in the calendar they do. It's all subjective nevertheless. But like, that's the difference between like Christianity and Judaism. Day of the rest is the 7th day, but if the 7th day is Saturday, you know, that type of thing. Oh yeah, I really like studying religion. It's really nice. It's like understanding how different people think, why they think what they think, and how they think the things that they think. There's sort of like one thing that I also wanted to talk about, and that is Nazism. I know I'm not like pro-Nazi, that type of I need to have a name. Previous German Chancellor supporter, that type of thing. No. But I've gone to great lengths to understand the ideology. Quattro. So yeah, you know, National Socialism is a very interesting ideology in the way that it is highly misunderstood. And the reason why it's highly misunderstood is that we don't view it objectively, because we view out all the negative things that it brought to the table. Like, I don't like the ideology. I think it's hideous. I think it's absolutely awful. But I'm surprised of how well it worked, and I wonder like, why did it work so well as it worked? many people say, well, Germany fell. Well, yeah, because they went to war with the entire world. That's why they failed. But I mean, like, the ideology itself, it turned around the entire German economy. Somehow, they must have done something right. And if we can understand what they did right, then there might be a reason to like see like how can we better society with like a better ideology. And also in the way that this chancellor spoke to people and people were actually listening. I'm like, how did he do this? How was he so charismatic so people... He made people believe in the weirdest things, you know? It went like totally up against like even like the Judeo-Christian foundation that our society is built on. Which wow. Because there aren't like any ideologies like moved away from that in like ages before then. Yeah, so it was very interesting how that came about. And again, this is no defense to anything, but I'm just like thinking, where did they go right with the things that they did? It's obvious where they went wrong, but where did they go right? Cinco. Yeah, and like even Joseph Stalin read Mein Kampf, and like arguably he was a larger lunatic, but like he read page up and down to understand. And here we're seeing someone who's clearly a huge psychopath trying to understand like a weird ideology. And he was really proud of being of the descent that he was. And all of a sudden, he reads up on all these like negative words on the Slavic people. Yeah. No, it's like the biggest oppositive mentality ever in history in World War II. We had on one side we had the proclaimed communists, and the other we had the fascists, and it's sort of like a really well written story where we don't have good against evil, we just have two very opposing factions who's fighting each other over what they believe is right. Like on one hand we have like an awful ideology that sort of works really well, and on the other side we have a very justice-based ideology that doesn't work at all. Yeah, I think that's very interesting. Yeah, and I was asked recently, like, what my okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 I have to check spelling in Spanish. Yeah, it's Spanish. Say, I think my brain is just conflicting it with French for some reason. Yeah, I did not spend much time reading in Spanish. Focus more on speaking it. I've been vegan 4 years. I even convinced a vegetarian to go vegan. Oh, that's great. That's great. Can can you explain like your journey of going vegan? Really interested in hearing the way that you went with it. Usually when I start my podcast with people, I say like, who are you, where do you come from, and why did you go vegan? Yeah. Like, I make sure that they're actually vegan and not just too bad. Not just plant-based, but yeah. Yeah, what was I? I can go back to the question whenever it comes. So they asked me about like Vidgun Quisling, which is seen as the biggest traitor in Norway, and it is also like seen black and white, because he was definitely a traitor, but because we like put him as like this Judas figure, we refused to see like where his mindset was, like why he did what he did. Wow, there's a lot of people on. I didn't expect it. Okay. Okay, let me see. I turned vegetarian for health, but saw veganism online for ethics. Yeah, that's nice. My way to veganism was very similar. It wasn't that there wasn't a foundation around ethics, but health reason was the thing that really drove me the most in the beginning. Earthling Ed videos and Joey Cobstrong. Yeah, it's nice that people actually gets reached, manage to be drawn in by Earthling Ed. And I'm going to say something really controversial. As a debater, he's not very good, but at conveying the message, he is top-notch. Yeah, Joey Cobstrong. When I first saw him, I was thinking how that, like, he wasn't like really good at like getting his arguments out there, but he still was wreaking havoc on his debate opponent. It just shows like how bad the carnist arguments are. Like, there are some better carnist arguments out there, but the carnists don't use them. Oh no, that's tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. Okay, I've been through Spanish. Let's do Japanese. My Japanese is a whole lot better than my Spanish. That's itchy. Oh no, there is an H in itchy. Itchy, yeah. Yeah, I like Joey Cobstrong. He's like talking right out of the liver. Something that I find a little bit like cringy with most of the people doing outreach is like how soft they are. Like different strokes for different folks. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like they're disingenuous. Yeah, I really feel like they are completely disingenuous in a way, because I don't feel like they're talking honestly. It just seems like they almost try to make friends. Yeah, sometimes I need to be like milder with the way that I talk to people who are my friends, and yeah, not to like avoid like any like uncomfortable interactions. But yeah, I'd prefer everyone being vegan. It's like it's sort of like the baseline. If it's people view veganism sort of like a justice movement. You like vegan gains? The thing is, I'm personal. I wouldn't say like I'm a really close friend with Richard, but we're friends on Facebook. We are in contact from time to time. I like his approach a lot, but is he slightly crazy? Well, I wouldn't say it's crazy, but he has some wacko ideas. that I don't necessarily agree with. But do I see him as a problem? Not really. The arguments that he makes, either it's for the culling of carnivores or pro-Israel, his arguments are logically consistent, so there's like nothing to arrest him on there, but you might just have different opinions. But his vegan advocacy, I generally don't see any problem with it. And it's also really misunderstood, many things that he says, because people are just horrible at reading through, reading between the lines nowadays. Like, you don't actually think it's effective to kill people, but it's sort of like, would people who decide to hurt animal, would they really like, wouldn't it be like a, oh, I should have used sleep powder. Wouldn't it be like beneficial to actually kill them in? Oh, I try to use my words correctly here, but it's like, if we are in a situation where we see slave owners, people wouldn't hesitate nowadays thinking that, oh, they did right by killing them. And the reason why we shouldn't be killing meat eaters who know what they're doing, it's because it's not very effective, is it? It's basically going to have the entire world against you, basically. But like, ethically, I can't see a meaningful difference. Like, the best thing is to convince them of otherwise. But keep in mind, like, people are people. Not everybody understand what they're doing. People might have like mental reasons why they can't really grasp all the ethical aspects of many things, which is quite sad. Yeah, I just hoped it was effective to force people to go vegan, because I don't like the idea of killing. I really don't. But like, the stance on killing people is no different to what majority of population are actually thinking in other realms of things they found to be immoral. People think of killing Nazis, people think of killing slave owners, people think of killing rapists. There's nothing, there shouldn't be anything controversial with it. I just don't like the idea of killing nevertheless, but that's me. But yeah, Richard is a really good debater. For the most part, it's reasonable. Yeah, many people don't believe that what he's doing is effective because his direct approach. There has actually been studies done on people being like more aggressive or right in your face. And it seems to be slightly, not very much, but slightly more effective than anything else you can do. Because like, no matter what other approach you have, people can easily, yeah, we have different opinions, yeah, but I might just go back to eating meat. But if you're saying you're definitely doing something wrong, you shouldn't be doing it, this is evil, it's easier to reach people that way. No, upper. The main reason why I don't anymore is because of my own mental health. Oh my gosh. We're having a lot of people on today, I'm glad. I'm sitting here with migraine, trying to stream before the next video is uploaded. Why did I go back in? I don't know. I'm basically streaming because it's just Paulson and I here. Paulson is fed, he's been outside. I'm streaming. Paulson is probably porking. Yeah. Quite literally porking. Oh, Paulson is so cute. I've recently been like reintroduced to the sister of my niece and nephew. She was the first one to ever call me uncle, and yeah, she's a teenager now, and she wanted to meet Paulson yesterday, and she came along and she thought he was so cute. Oh, that was amazing. Yeah, I went to the my dad's hunting cabin yesterday. It was his 60th birthday. So many people think that I don't understand like the wilderness type of thing. People said, "Oh, just let me bring you with you," and no, that was wrong. Let me bring you with me to a hunting trip, and you'll truly see like what's good about this like outdoors type of thing. First of all, I am outdoors a whole lot. If there's nothing to do in the house, if there's no editing to be done, if I'm not streaming, eating, making food, you know, I basically live out in the woods or walking across like the countryside or whatever. But that isn't like the biggest thing there. I actually grew up in a family full of hunters. I've grown up in that culture, and people don't think I understand it. Let me see. You consider Impossible Burger vegan? Was there something to do with like animal testing or something? I don't. Like we have Beyond Burgers in Norway, but Impossible Burgers they are like slightly what's the genetically modified, which is illegal within European Union regulations, which Norway have to follow because we are in the EEA. So I even never had to deal with that question. But I might have heard something about like animal testing, but I don't know. If it's something that I have done in the past and I'm not doing it anymore, then I consider them vegan. Yeah. Yeah, my family is full of moose hunters. And I feel like I'm nowadays I feel like I'm respected as a vegan. Although I didn't always feel that way. Animal testing and heme iron yeast genetically modified. Yes, that's right. Okay. Okay, so I'm not sure if there's still animal testing. If they are, it's not vegan. Ichi-ni-san. She or Yon? I'm going with Yon because that seems like more like a name. She is a name though. Yeah, Japanese has like many different words for their numbers. Yon. Get some of that poison powder, Goldine. Yes. Yes, I'm poison powdering so many Goldine. Good Rod, go. I'm getting so many Goldines as I possibly can, because it is the most effective method I know of laundering money from Generation 1 to Generation 2. And it's not only laundering, I'm multiplying money, because you get way more money from the TM33 that they will hold when they're sent to Pokemon Gold than the Pokeballs cost. So yeah. Yeah, where was I going with... yeah, that's true. Yeah, I was asked about the Vidgun Quisling earlier. And like, what do you think? Have you seen like the new film about it? I haven't seen it. I'm not sure if it's out yet even, but I think it is. And he's also misunderstood. Not to defend him as like that is say he was not guilty. I might not be in agreement with the death sentence, but yeah, some things were true that he said, and some things he said was definitely not true. So when he said that he did what he thought was the best for Norway, yes, I think he believed that, and that he actually took up the role as prime minister when the Germans occupied, before they managed to put in a German leader there. I think that it has had like a slightly better outcome, because the less power he got and the more of a puppet he became, the worse situation actually got in Norway. But when he said that he was innocent, clearly not true, because he delivered the information to the Germans, because he used to be Minister of Defense, and where's G? And he knew all the positions of the army and everything. So he relayed all the information. So it was really easy for the Germans to occupy Norway, although they did start to struggle after a while. Partially because we got help from the Britons. Was it by law that food needs animal testing back then? Not in the United States. No, and animal testing has never been so in Norway either. But in all of the European Union and all and everyone in the agreement, the EEA agreement, have to follow European Union regulations. So yeah. So yeah, that's why we don't have Impossible burgers in Norway. Yeah. Thoughts on Cubone? I don't really know what that is, honestly. Is it a psylodelic? No. Is it hallucinogenic? Like the only drugs that I take are what I've gotten prescribed. I'm drugged down now as well. I thought I would have been way more drugged down now than I am, but I'm really not. I feel a little bit numb, and I don't feel like the pain is going away as much as it should. But yeah. Did you see the Jordan Peterson dragon thing? No, I haven't seen that. Like, I haven't been able to pay much attention to much else than my streaming or whatever, because I'm burnt out and such. Now I feel like really ill as well, so yeah. I have some like mental state right now that makes me feel a little what usually triggers stress, but due to the amount of burnouts that I've had in the past, I struggle with feeling stress. So I go like, either it doesn't affect me and I just feel sad or something, till it really gets to me, and then I panic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. R. Roku. Japanese. Yeah. It's in magic. It's in magic mushrooms. Oh yeah. Personally, I'm not a fan of hallucinogenics. Like, there are ways to put yourself in that state through breathing techniques, through meditation. There are ways that your body can tap into that, and then it's easier for your body to regulate it. I do a lot of it's like a Wim Hof method breathing type of thing if I feel like I need it. That's about it for that. But I'd say this because it is illegal. I don't recommend it, and there's not like any like, and I don't feel like it's a good enough reason to break the law. Like it's not like it's what's it called civil disobedience or anything. There's literally no like political benefit of taking it, if you see what I mean. So it's not that I'm trying to make like an appeal to the law fallacy or anything like that. But it's like there's no need to break the law that way. It's just stupid. But I got to say, if you feel like you want to use any hallucinogenic drugs or something, wait till you're at least 25 years old to make sure that your brain is fully developed. I know many people say, "Oh, but well, my brain was fully developed when I was 16." No, it wasn't. Yeah, it can affect brain development, and yeah. Oh, my brain. So unless you have to get like a prescription for something that is hallucinogenic before that age for like really important reasons, I say no. Okay, another language. German. Speaking of National Socialism, you know. Indeed, wait till you're older and more experienced. Yeah. When it comes to like the experienced part, that is very subjective. Many people believe that they know enough when they're actually really stupid, given the Dunning-Kruger effect. I wouldn't recommend taking drugs necessarily, even if it's legal. I feel like you should have like a professional prescribe the amount at least, and like how often and how you should use it, if that is something that you should have as a benefit. Because if what you want is like the drug effect, there are other ways to tap into that without having to take any substances. Yeah, if I didn't have such a like pounding headache at the moment, I would have demonstrated the Wim Hof method. Goldie, voici Ren. Wow. Yes. I'm surprised how many people are tuning in today. Like, this is like just like a stream I'm doing, like really repetitive stuff. Let me see. I was zwei. Zwei is with Z, isn't it? Zwei. Yeah, I think that's right. Eins, zwei. Coding every Pokemon so I don't mess things up. Oh my. Yeah. Yeah, I said something about video game questioning here. Yeah. No, I think I said what I needed to say. Like, he's slightly misunderstood. Not to say that he wasn't a traitor, but we often get like really blinded by hatred and societal expectations. So we refuse to look at all the parts. Not to defend him. I'd never defend him, but there are things we should understand about him. And I think he should have been like reduced to at least like life in prison instead of death sentence. I mean, people can change, and it wasn't like he. How could I say it without it sounding like, because he was the cause of some deaths, but it wasn't like he like straight up murdered someone. For what I know, though, it might be things that I don't know about it, so I shouldn't You shouldn't quote me on that one because I'm not sure. But yeah, his ideology was awful as well. It didn't like explicitly say he was like anti-Semitic, but he believed in like he believed in race supremacy. Let me see. Was there something else? Oh, I got another message. That's a good point. Older doesn't mean wiser. Yeah, that's true. And so, drei. Drei. Sorry. Ugh. Yeah. I mean, some of the stupidest people that I meet are people who are like, completely close-minded in the way that they're thinking. Completely close-minded. I must certainly have more than 100 Goldine at this moment. I recently was in this discussion with this Norwegian farmer. Oh, I went into puberty there a second. And he said, there's no point in doing this because you're clearly so close-minded about what you believe in. And I told him, I wasn't born vegan. Like, I had to become vegan. I had to be convinced at some point. Is there another... Oh, yeah. Someone used that they're older than me in a discussion about ethics regarding animals too. I'm older than you and more experienced. You lived at home and haven't experienced life fully, so something like that. As of now, I will no longer buy Impossible Burgers while eating out. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know what the situation is with Impossible Burgers when it comes to the animal testing, but yeah, I would have to do more research before I could say anything about that. I'm not sure like if GMOs has any negative health effects on the human body, but it might be like just some reason, like if it starts to grow outside, it might affect environment or something like that. But yeah, back to Ulfer for a second. Yeah, it's sort of like every single time that I meet some elderly people who is claiming that they're more intelligent because they have lived a longer life, I'm testing them on language. I really do. I started trying testing them. Okay, how is your English? Okay, how is your German? And I tried to like speak different languages to them and see if they actually do anything. And it's like, yeah, I taught myself Japanese. You're older. So if with your logic, you should know more about Japanese than me. It all depends on like what you've spent your time learning. Of course, that like when it comes to like older and wiser, objectively, there shouldn't be a difference as soon as you've turned 25. Shouldn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. How is 4 written? That's how it's written. Yeah, I can't remember having like written down many German letters. Same thing with my German. That's not as much as with the Spanish, but I haven't spent too long time like doing more like reading and writing in German. Sometimes I have to, but I make so many spelling mistakes. No, there was more about that. Where was I going? Yeah. And like this... Yeah, how was it with that farmer? Impossible say they no longer do animal testing. Well, if they no longer do animal testing, and there is no chance that they will ever do again, I'd consider it vegan. Like, just because it's genetically modified, you shouldn't be afraid that it will hurt your body. I don't think there's any science showing that. Usually the reasoning for avoiding genetically modified food is usually if it's not grown in like a closed environment. Because it's... one thing is to modify foods by growing them in like crossbreeding and such. But that's a slow process. With genetically modifying, it's going really fast, and I'm not convinced that it's like completely harmless. Where was I going with this older farmer that I talked to? Why isn't the medication working fully? Run. Yeah, I'm gonna catch one more and then I need to fly somewhere else to buy Pokeballs. Because Cinnabar Island doesn't have regular Pokeballs. Wasn't like they didn't promise to not do it again. The animal testing. I haven't checked it myself, so don't quote me on that. Yeah, I don't know. I've never had to deal with Impossible Burgers, because, you know, I'm Norwegian. Or maybe I ate Impossible Burgers in Japan. I'm not sure. I mean, like the umami burger that we ate in Tokyo, it tasted like Beyond. But like Beyond and Impossible is sort of like the same thing, as I understand. I'm not sure. Wasn't like they did. Oh yeah. Ulf said that. Okay. Yeah, my brain. My gosh. I so wish there was like a really easy cure for migraines. My gosh. Burnt out, migraines, and I'm in complete stress. No, I sort of get like a panic feeling. So they can do it again, the animal testing. Peter tried to make him, Peter, to promise to not do it again. I'm not sure if that's true. Yeah. PETA's a very weird organization. From what I heard from Gary Orofsky, they sort of like exploit women and such. I'm not sure how much of that is true. They didn't promise they won't do it again. Okay. Well, if they haven't promised they won't do it again, it is clearly not doing the best thing for having vegan customers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm quite sure. I need to double check. 5, okay, 5. Okay, adding 5 with M. 5, okay, 5. Adding the accent markers after, you know. No, it should be lowercase letters, sorry. There we go. Usually pronounce it fumf, so yeah. I heard someone working at PETA talked about it. Don't quote me on that. Yeah. No, yeah, I was supposed to fly off and buy more Pokeballs. I'm sure the Goldeen won't be able to skip 7 Pokeballs. Not now that I have this really good strategy of catching them. Watch a vegan fish on stream, isn't that wonderful? Not only fishing on stream, but making animals fight each other. Like the complete irony of a vegan dragon filming this. Beyond products are confirmed vegan. Yeah, Beyond is vegan. I like Beyond. Very annoying thing is that in Norway it is very common to have more like German German style food for Christmas. Like it's like a bunch of meat, but then you have like sauerkraut and what more than sauerkraut? Where was I going with this? Yeah, and Medister sausage. And the very fun thing about that, I wonder where that. Where's the department store? Is that the department? No, that's the gym, isn't it? Oh, the department store. Okay. Yeah, and the thing is, the Beyond sausage tastes so much like the Norwegian Medister sausage. So Norwegians don't buy usually the Beyond sausage, so they take it off the market. And then when Christmas comes around, people ask for it, and then they say, "Oh, but there isn't a demand. People aren't really buying it." But the reason why they don't buy it is because they wait for Christmas. And I've told them so many times. Okay, you can't get Pokeball here either. Okay. So I told them so many times, take it in for Christmas, then it will sell. And they still don't. And I wonder why don't more people do that? Like, tell them to like buy that Medister sausage. No, the Beyond sausage, because it tastes so much like the Norwegian Medister sausage. It frustrates me. It's like, it's better than the it's a better replication of Medister sausage than the actual Medister sausages they make vegan. No kidding. Okay, 97, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 93. Laundering money. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I want Beyond sausages for Christmas, but I don't take it in because people aren't buying it, and the reason why they're not buying it is because it tastes Christmas. It is such a stupid mistake. And I don't know why more people don't really speak up about it. It annoys me. It really does. It annoys me really to a very great extent. Yeah, 99 Pokeballs. Just make sure that I didn't buy more than... Okay, I have 100 Pokeballs. That's fine. Yeah, I need to go up again. I have to go bye. Okay, bye, Ulf. Enjoy your day. Glad you could stick around for a little. Although this is the most boring little task I'm doing today. Yeah, I did it last time as well. But it seems like I don't have to spend too long time doing this. Like, not too many streams. Because I've almost spent all my money on the Pokeballs. Almost. But now I have 100 Pokeballs to go through, and I don't have enough money for another 100 Pokeballs, so that's good. This is money laundering, people. Not money laundering people, but like money laundering, people. Poison powder. Yeah, we're down to very few people again. Yeah, look, that was amazing. We have like 7 people on at one time there. Item. I'm not sure if they only count people who has YouTube accounts when I see like how many is watching. Because when I go off, it's like a whole lot more views. So I am not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is, yeah, it's written that weird way. German spelling. I despise it. And I can't say I hate it, but I despise it. Sick. Then hate, right? Yeah. Oh, if I didn't have all the issues I have, I would have spent way more time learning languages properly. I pushed myself to the very extent when it came to Japanese. My belly hurts. Oh no, I need to change box. Man, my stomach is hurting. I didn't take any medication that my stomach is highly reactive to, did I? Change box. Almost filled out all the boxes. Try to fill up my belly a little bit more. It isn't the milkshake, because I felt a little bit ill in my belly yesterday as well. Not too much, but a little. Item. No, good rod. I have 99 Pokeballs. Just trying to stream before the next video releases. I'm trying to not stream often on Sundays and Wednesdays because I have videos uploaded those days, so I don't want like an overlap, but yeah. Odayane is away. I don't have anyone other than Pausan to pay attention to, so it's good. Oh yeah, I was supposed to buy 2, not 3 more Pokeballs, okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, I need to fill up some more boxes with Goldeen. Poisirin. Goldeen. Oh, that's good. What language should I count in now? Let me see, what do I do? think I'll do Northern Sami. Yeah. Only count to 6. A funny thing about the Sami letters, they all sound like names more than numbers. Okta, guakta, golman, jelje, vihta, gohta, chehta, katsi, otsi, logi. No kidding, that's the numbers. I will be Okta. Yes. Oh. Okta. This language is co-official in my country, although many people don't know that it has that status. Cannot live up to it, but on paper it has the same status. Okta. Another gold vein. Oh, cut. Just don't. Critical hit. Ah, well, that was really good defense. There we go. Just gotta toss a Pokéball, and it should go in right away. Yeah. Guakte. It's not OU, it's UO. Guakte. Where's T? Guakte. Yeah. Yeah. Norway has like accepted an indigenous language as its co-official, with the same status as Norwegian on a legal level. Well, but seriously, if you go into a court case and you start going like "Borre bjärvi minun nama lä perura," it was like it should be doable, but the chances are nobody will understand you. So ridiculous. And I've said to people that either we need to remove the status that Northern, or not Northern, but just the Sami languages has in Norway, or we need to make sure that way more people learn the languages. Because if you cannot live up to it, I mean, yeah, it's either or. And then people argue, oh, it should stay like it is now. But right now it's contradictory. It's a huge contradiction at the moment, so yeah. I would be all for making it like obligatory in most schools. It's more like useful than having like this huge debate between like bokmål and nynorsk. Like Norway has like two different forms of writing. I think it's silly. Like, of course, nynorsk is the more prettier version, but majority of people prefer to write in bokmål, and it's like, yeah, I understand that we want to write something that is not Danish, but what do people actually want? Should it be so important that we have to learn both versions in school? It would even make more sense that it would be compulsory to learn sign language. You know? Yeah. Could be like electivary as well, but not poison sleep. When I take this much damage, you just put it asleep. Yeah, items. The difference that it makes when it's at red health is so minuscule. It doesn't really matter. Yes, nickname, yes. Golma. Golma, yeah. Depending on the dialect, sometimes I hear them pronounce it like Golma. And other times I hear Golma. And Golma. Yeah. Ugh. So feel like I should learn to be at least fluent in Northern Sami. Yeah, languages with equal status in Norway is set as like Norwegian, and then they specify with the written forms Nynorsk and Bokmål, and then it says Sami, and then they specify as like Northern Sami, Lula Sami, and South Sami. Yeah, it's weird because they aren't just written forms; that are completely different languages that are to a different level degree intelligible between each other. So Lula Sami and Northern Sami are equally intelligible between each other. South Sami is a little bit more distant. It's still able to communicate between each other, but it's still different enough that I just cannot just have a conversation between each other. But between Northern Sami and Lula Sami, it's just they can just speak their own language and they understand each other. It's sort of like that in Scandinavia. Norwegian and Swedes have no problem communicating with each other. Although when it comes to Danes, it takes a little bit more of getting used to because of the pronunciation. But yeah, the Sami languages, they are completely different. Not only are they not Germanic languages, they're not even Indo-European. Which is quite funny. They are Uralic. Our closest relatives outside of the Sami languages would be either like Finnish or Kven. Yeah, and that's also like relatively distant. It's like between like Germanic and Romance languages. So yeah, the Sami languages are like distantly related to like Hungarian, Estonian, Finnish. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. People don't know how like beneficial it is to learn many different languages. It expands the way that you're thinking and the way you understand the world. Especially when the languages are very different from each other. And I've talked about this many times. People don't realize how Christian they are just because of the language that they speak. I know a lot of like humanists and atheists feel incredibly weirded out by this, but it shouldn't. It's like you're atheist, but you're still Christian atheist. And I knew that I heard something similar to this before I learned Japanese, and then I didn't pay attention to it like years later. And when they brought this up, and it's like, yeah, that's actually right, because by learning Japanese, all of a sudden I became more Buddhist, I became more Shintoist, just by learning the language. Just the way that I was thinking, the philosophical ideas I had, it just became more Buddhist. And the way of not thinking of me, I was thinking of us in a more of a way when I learned Japanese, because that's how the language works. A very Shintoist idea. And when it comes to like the self perspective, also got like more apparent to me by learning Japanese. Yeah, no, we're so influenced by the languages that we speak. It's so ridiculous. So if people wonder why Christianity spreads so fast, well, everybody's learning English. What was I? Okta guakte golma. It was nyalje. Lowercase. Where was J? I'm drugged down and I cannot see J. Okay, there we go. Yeah. And it was J again, was it? Nyalje. Yeah, that's right. Nyalje. I know how to count, but I don't know how to write. Nyalje. Okta guakte golma nyalje. Vihta guakte. Okay. Just keep in mind that I'm at nyalje. Oh yeah, they're so different from all the other languages that I know, because they don't sound like numbers, they sound like names to me. Which is quite suiting for the Pokemon I'm catching. I'm not sure how helpful it is to use the different Scandinavian languages, because there's a lot of words that are written the same way. And I'm not sure if I can write 6 in Swedish. Not with the amount of English speakers watching. Let me see. Poison powder. Yeah, I'm poisoning so many Goldeen. $95 Pokeballs. Tossing them balls around. Yes. Okta golma nyelmi. Yes. It's Vihta. Vihta should be easy to spell. Vihta, yeah. Doesn't look like numbers, I know. It absolutely does not look like numbers. Need to make sure that I know how to count in the languages myself so I recognize it. There aren't numbers in first generation naming opportunities. Oh wow, I'm itching in my ear. Been doing that for some time, and I also have been itching in my on my scalp. So yeah, I might look into that with the doctor later, but yeah. Might go over on its own. That's usually the message I get when I go to the doctor. So if it's just going to give me the message that it might just go over on its own, let me just wait till it goes over on its own, and if it doesn't do in ages, then I'll go see a doctor. I'm not usually like this manly man who refuses to go to the doctor. It's different. I'm just sick of getting told by the doctor to wait it out. So then when something is wrong, unless it's like really urgent, I just wait a little and see if it passes, and if it doesn't pass, then I go to the doctor. Okay, I'm keeping track. Gohta, yeah. That's G. Go. Gohta. I like that Northern Sami is like it's written the way you pronounce it. English is not written how you pronounce it. Absolutely not. You could say that French is written the way that it's pronounced, but again, there are many like letter combinations that can be pronounced the same way, so I won't say that is the case. Norwegian has the same issue. It's not written the same way that it's pronounced. Just not to the extent that English has. I've also looked into some Russian, and it also seems very random. Not as random as Thai, because I've looked into how Thai works, and Thai, you can go into an old ancient temple, look at the ancient writings, and people who know how to read and write Thai understands almost everything is written on the wall. They just don't know how it used to be pronounced. English sort of suffers from the same thing, but not to that extent. Writing stays the same, but pronunciation changes. So I recently went to Norwich, and it's like, why is there a W in Norwich? It probably used to be pronounced like Norwich, because of like the Viking settlement in the area. And yeah, all the myth places in the UK, like Bournemouth and Portsmouth. It used to be Bournemouth and Portsmouth, but for some reason it changed the myth somewhere along the line. And all of a sudden you come to Wales, and then things are usually pronounced the same way as it's written. Guhta was number 6. Okay, I need another other numbering system. Or did I go too far? Have I taken 3 writing systems? I think I've taken 3 writing systems. Norwegian. There we go. I need to change the box as well. Okay. I'll try to do this the right way. Okay, pay attention, pay attention. I don't need to release anything. First, change box. I'm so paranoid about this. Change it to number 10. deposit. This says deposit, and I'll. Okay, I will not deposit these two. I don't want to. Okay, Mankey can be deposited. It is the only one that I feel comfortable with ever getting deleted. Then change box. To number 9. Withdraw. No! It was a new one, okay. Change box. I need to withdraw. Or else one Goldeen will end up in the party. Withdraw Mankey. And then I need to change back. Change box. Yes. Number 9. Okay, I'll click on release, but I will not click on any Pokemon. There we have it in Sami, and then Norwegian starts. Okay. Cancel. Go out. Don't delete any Pokemon. Oh, it's so annoying that I actually released Flareon last time. Good Rod. It's too bad it also saves whenever I change box, because then there was no saving Flareon by just turning off the game. Yeah, I'm feeling like the drug is creeping up into my head now. Getting a little sleepy. Oh, and I haven't seen this message. Reason I'm obsessed over Impossible Burger is lack of eating out option. I order veggie sub though. Yeah, Subway is a really nice one. When I went vegan, it was so little vegan options out. There had to be like specific. I had to go to like specific pizzerias who didn't have butter in the dough. Not kidding. Oh, come on now. Yeah. Oh. Who the heck puts butter in pizza dough? Italians is going to freak the heck out. I don't know what Italians' view on vegan cheese is, because I know a lot of like there's been like laws enforced because of like concerns about vegans and such in Italy. That's cool. Yes, Norwegian and English is very closely related. That's just two without a W. Oh yeah, I lost my train of thought. I don't even know. I know that I talked about like fast food chains, but I don't remember what I was talking about. Still hurts. Oh my gosh! I don't need a Poliwag, but I've been lucky so far. Item, good rod, use. This is like the third stream that I'm just standing here fishing. I might actually have been spending... when this is done, I might actually have spent more time in Pokemon Yellow than I spent in Pokemon Gold. Well, that will change, but well, maybe not, because I need to take like a complete playthrough of Pokemon Yellow after this, of course. But why did I do that? I don't need more levels. avoiding leveling up too much because of, you know, overpowering Goldeen and such. In the beginning, the leveling up was crucial. I mean, even like the draining was too much. No, too little, I mean. Oh, my head. As soon as it evolved to Gloom, it was not an issue. The only problem became that if it was a critical hit, it would just faint automatically. And that's the big difference there. And it's a Goldeen, which is a very nice Pokemon, I got to say. Then it needs to fall asleep. No reason to poison it. Yeah. There we go. It's asleep, and it's highly likely that I will just go right into the Pokédoll. Still haven't had a situation where a Goldeen is going straight in when it's on red and has a status effect. And then it's Tre. Let me see, it's capital T, of course. Tre. As I said, Norwegian and English are closely related. Good rod. 90 Pokeballs left. I'm not sure if what I'm doing here is genius or just plain tedious and stupid. It might solve my money problem for a while, so I'm not going to complain about this. Yeah, because I soon have to like release all these roaming Pokemon in Gold, so having enough Pokeballs and such is quite important. How long you vegan? Let me see. By New Year, somewhere over there, it's almost 9 years, I think. I went vegan in 2015 after 2.5 years vegetarian. Let me see, Pokeball, yeah. Yeah, I remember I thought I would wait longer to become vegan till there were more alternatives in the stores, but after a while I just couldn't continue. Let me see. Fire. Yeah, that's 4 in Norwegian. I made so many mistakes when I first went vegan. I thought that the Subway veggie patty was vegan. I was told it was vegan, and it turned out it had both eggs and dairy in it. Good rod. Yes. There is a good rod. It's a good one. This rod is really good. There's only 2 Pokemon that will bite on it, but it's still good. Oh, I've been so lucky today with the amount of Goldeen that has been showing up, and like how fast they show up. This is what I like. Oh yes, and then poison powder. Didn't affect Goldeen, come on! There we go. Yeah, my dad's birthday was nice yesterday. Went so well. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Where's F? There we go. Yes, Norwegian and German is closely related. The Fem and Finf is probably a little bit closer related than 5. So, yeah. Germanic languages, all of it. Yeah, I already answered that, yeah. Good rod. Yeah. I don't know if it's true, but I feel as if it is harder to reach people with veganism now, after the pandemic, than it was before the pandemic. I feel as if people aren't just as reachable as they used to be. And I can't help but feeling that, oh, but the people that were reachable has been reached already. You see what I mean? But I turn up finding people who say that they've gone vegan recently, like... yeah, like this one like 4 years ago, but even less, like 3 to 2 years ago, something like that. Yeah. Oh, I recently went vegan. A little bit of a thing that I'm fearing when I say they've only been vegans for a few months. I'm just like afraid that they will just drop out. Because I don't know how invested they are. Well, sure, we are not reaching all these like these health gurus anymore, because now plant-based isn't the popular thing anymore. Now it's oh my gosh, yeah, it's my gosh. What's popular nowadays is avoiding of ultra-processed food, although these people have no idea what ultra-processed even means. That's a first. My gosh, that's a first. That is absolutely a first. There we go. 6. Yeah, look. Okay, this is how 6 is written in Norwegian, and the thing is, the reason why I decided not to write it in Swedish is because they don't use KS, they use X. Yes, that's why I didn't pick Swedish. And I need healing, and I only have Northern Sami and Norwegian. Is there any other language I could use? Won't there be any overlaps if I use Spanish? No, I mean if I use French. Let's go like French numbers. Just put them up. Is there any overlap with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, well I only need up to 6. Okay, no, it isn't an overlap with Spanish. Okay, isn't a single one of them that's written the same. I can do French. I remember I didn't like how French sounded till I started learning it on my own. Now I think it sounds quite nice when pronounced the right way. Uh, Good Rod. Although I got to say, it's a really beautiful name Goldeen has in French. It's Poissirène. Oh yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. I stopped ordering Chipotle because of organic productions. Yeah, here is the deal with like organic production. It's like, yes, they're using animal byproducts, but again, you're not participating in the animal abusive industry because it's just waste products that is not used for anything, unless there is some like active thing going on. Because as soon as veganism takes over, they're just gonna swap out to like other like plant-based fertilizers and using manure. No, I think organic is okay. I wouldn't go as far as to say that organic food isn't vegan. Like, even when they use shell to produce like nori, I still see it as vegan because it's just like same thing. It's like using like byproducts from like the from like the it's waste basically. It's just waste. Things that would otherwise just be thrown away anyway. So I'm like, nah, I'm not too like fussed about that. In a world where things are starting to really become vegan and they still use animal-based fertilizer, I think it's a difference then. But right now, I don't see it, honestly. Let me see. 85 Pokeballs. Is it about... Okay, I think I'm about to pour the last of my milkshake. It wasn't quite 2 liters of milkshake today, but... doesn't matter. That was it. Healthy milkshake. It doesn't taste healthy, but there is nothing unhealthy in there. Let me see, where is you? Okay. I'm surprised of how difficult time Americans have pronouncing the U sound. It just becomes ooh for some reason. It's like, oh, why am I going in here? It's like, I saw Miss Hannah Minx. She isn't, yeah, she's deleted her channel now, but she's been gone for a long time and nobody knows where she ended up. She was going to teach like how to say horse in Japanese, and it's like uma, but she's like, it's uma. Yes, Uma! Yes, say Uma! No, it's not Uma, it's Uma. The U sound, not the O sound, it's the U sound. I don't know why Americans have such a problem with it. I know that British English has the U sound a whole lot more. Because it's more like wood than wood. So it's basically OO sound. And why Americans struggle with it, I don't understand. Oh. I have seen British people struggle with it too, because it's not in the order that you would pronounce the U sound in British. Standalone U is difficult for Brits as well. De, that was D-E-U-X, okay. 4 D-E-U. My French is rusty as heck. Still know how to count though. I have 25% of income went to animal farms, etc. Oh, I heard 25% of income goes. Might be true. A lot of subsidies goes to animal farming. Sadly. Our tax money goes to like fund the meat industry, and it's because it's absolutely necessary for them to survive. It was sort of like a thing that was decided upon early on, because plant farmers, they managed to stay up without huge funds. Meat farmers don't, and we feel like people should have access to all types of food, and then they started subsidizing animal farmers, and that's the model we have today. Sadly. Ugh. The pain is going away now, I feel. Both in my head and in my stomach. Yeah. Poliwag. I don't know what other language that I could easily count in. Of course there is Swedish and Danish, but there's too many like overlaps of spellings. Languages are just so similar. I think we have all the equivalent spellings in Danish numbers 1 to 6, so no, I think they are all the exact same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, because it isn't till 7 when there is like a divider, because 7 in Danish will be 7. And we can say syv in Norwegian as well if you're speaking like polite Norwegian. But usually we say sju, which is derivative of the Swedish sju. That's a really different like the sound in that one. But yeah, Norway uses both of them. We don't get to that. We're only talking about 6. Okay, 1, 2. No, we would like 1, 2, 3, 3. Was it a T after? Trois. No, it's S. Trois. The silent letters in French. Trois. Oh yeah, now it looks right. Oh, I can't remember have ever caught this many Pokemon. I will not bet my money on one of them being shiny when I transfer them to Pokemon Gold though. It's not impossible, but likelihood is still very low, even when I've caught hundreds, because when it comes to finding shiny variants in Generation 2, we're thinking thousands. It's 6,000 something it's a chance of finding a shiny. It was almost like halved in Generation 3 and it's still unlikely. Oh no, not this again. I think this is a glitch where it just goes to sleep and then out of sleep again. Because every time that happens and I use the move again, it falls asleep every time. I don't know how many Pokemon. I mean, I heard 25% of when we buy organic goes to Carnest Farmer. I don't know if that's true. It might just be that it might be to do with taxes, and it also might be to do with that. It might be animal farmers is also doing the organic growing or something like that. That sounds very unlikely. I'm not writing it off, but it sounds unlikely. 1, 2, 3, 4. If this was 10 years... oh my gosh. If it was 10 years ago... 4? 4? If it was 10 years ago, I would have known this. Yeah. I think this is it, just let me double check. Yeah, 4. No, it sounds highly unlikely, and then, yeah. If it's like 25% that goes to animal farming, if... Huh, I think I need to talk to somebody about that, if that is true. Oh, sadly I need to take my glasses off because the back of my ears have started to hurt. Or I do it before they start to hurt, that's the thing. And now the screen feels like it's further away. Oh yeah, I'll start to cry. Yeah. I haven't started sneezing yet, but that's also something that the medication does. It makes me sneeze. Make me cry and makes me sneeze. Goldine. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was C, isn't it? Sunk? Is this it? No, it's with I. Sank? Yeah, sank. That's how it is. Sank. Yeah, both Danish and French numbers makes very little sense. Well, I know the logic behind both number systems, but they are very weird. Do I remember the 10 times table in French? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Yeah, you know, what the Danish 10 times table is like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100. That's a 20 time system, but French is like a back and forth with like numerals and calculations. Oy. I think I heard that from Vegan Gains. Yeah, maybe Vegan Gains isn't against the. Well, he has said that it isn't a vegan issue to buy organic foods. Like he said, he wouldn't go that far. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know the facts behind it. He used to be like all for organic, and then he sort of like changed his stance without like announcing that he's changed his stance. It just happened one day. That he said he wasn't like too too glad for like how organic food is really. I think he also said like if you're in a situation where you can buy the non-organic one, you should buy the non-organic one or something like that. Yeah. I just buy what's available, really. You're still speaking up to like what you want to buy though. So, yeah. Organic is also a term that means as much as ultra-processed, chemical, natural. It means nothing in isolation. Depending on the product, it can mean something, but alone it's just terms thrown around. That doesn't mean what people think they mean. Ah, my gosh. Ah! Why does my body hurt so much today? It's partially to do with taking the medication and the migraine not really passing fully. I can really feel the drug now, but it still hurts a little. Maybe because I'm watching a big screen, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's like... yeah. I remember now. It's as easy as that. Now, am I out of languages? I wonder if I'm out of languages. I think I need to change box. Allow me to rest my head before I enter. I'm so drugged I might do mistakes. Okay, builds PC, and then to make it easy I'm just going to click on release, but I won't click on any Pokemon. Okay, yes, I need to change box. Change box. Yes. To number 10. Caught so many goldies. Yeah, let me see. Pokemon. Yeah, Bloom can stay a little bit longer. Good rod. Nice. I didn't actually have a place to actually put a volcano on this island, but it's described as a volcanic island, so you just have to imagine it. You can at least see the mountain in Generation 2. I wonder how they had so much more space to do things properly in Pokemon Gold. Oh yeah, I'm also having like a headlight whilst having migraine, so no wonder. Yeah, I have proper like camera lights as well, but that's a little bit overpowered when I'm going to sit there for hours. I ordered a burrito at the cafe. They didn't even have a bean or rice option. Kiosk order. Yeah, well, ordering burritos is not a thing in Norway, so I don't know what's common. What I know from Norway is that we've had that issue for so long time. Like, the United States was so far beyond where we were when I went vegan. So it doesn't sound surprising. Having like options who were even vegetarian was like almost unheard of. Is the earphone failing me? Oh, it was like this, like electronical sound, like it was going to be a little broken, but after shaking it a bit, it stopped. It isn't the best headphones in the world, but yeah. The black ones I had, they were even cheaper. Well, they broke too, so yeah. Goldine, Poissirène. Cut that Goldine open. Cutting and slashing and poisoning. Oh yeah, I need to fix my moustache. I wonder how many Goldine I've actually managed to catch. It must be a lot. Goldine. Yeah, I did finish. Did finish all the languages. Is there something else I can do? Alphabet I've done. Both upper and lower case. I've gone through like the syllables in kana, hiragana, katakana, you know. I've done the rainbow. Oh jeez, I'm actually stuck. Order of things. Okay, I think I can do numbers anyway. I haven't done the English numbers. Let me do that. Okay, English numbers it is. Okay. How come? I wonder how long we've been going on for. Yeah. Over 2 hours. That's needed for catching the amount of Pokemon that I need. Yeah. At least there will be one more streaming where I do almost like only this. I know it's tedious, but you know, it's not like I'm on a race against the clock or something. Although this will take time, and I hope to be done with it as soon as possible, but I feel like this will help me greatly in Pokemon Gold due to the amount of Pokeballs I need. Two. If I had symbols to go on, it would be easier to find a way to do things better. It calls the rainbow even. Yeah, I could name the chakras in order, but there are 7 of them. Same thing with the disciples, there were 7 of them. 2 Judas, but I mean, yeah, that could be doable, but yeah, I don't know if there's like enough letters for all of them. Poison powder. Peck. That's not what I wanted. Steadily approaching 2 o'clock. I think that today's video releases 3 o'clock. I think. Okay, 2, 3. How come I didn't realize sooner that I haven't done English? Okay, this sub was good though. A sub of veggies and bread cost as much as a chicken sub. In my... is that laughing my ass off? Oh. Yeah. Sometimes it's so annoying. I remember going to this restaurant who had like wild caught salmon. Or more. No, wrong Pokemon. Organic beef. What more? Wild hunted deer. That type of thing, and the prices are thereby. And before going there, they were called up, and I think it was my mom who's asked, like, we have a vegan here. Do you have anything? Yeah, we can make something. And then I was given like some blend of a few vegetables and some grapes, like cut up. So it looked nice. And the price was the same for my small amount of veggies. Yeah, that was like $40 for a tiny plate of some blend of vegetables. Yeah. That's one of the worst times. Like that's one of like the biggest rip-off. Like, yeah, we can remove the meat. Yeah, will you reduce the price? No, you have to pay full price. Well, at least I shouldn't complain too much, because I like it, because you don't tip in Norway, usually. Well, you can tip. I've seen that some places in Oslo now sort of like demands tip for some reason. I don't like that change, but like, they have wages here. The tip is like a little extra if you feel like they've done a good job, but yeah, tips isn't mandatory in Norway. Far from. Things cost what they cost. It's like tipping, no, that should be in the price, and people should have wages. I've seen like a lot of like restaurants in United States where they don't have wages whatsoever. They only live off tips. That's awful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I've trained a lot on writing English, at least. Yeah, I've been hesitant going to the United States because of tipping culture. Like, I feel like if I were richer and I went to a restaurant, I would just give like 3 times the tips, just to like stick it to their boss, to make sure like that the the employees gets paid more than their boss. That would have been amazing. Like, really stick it to the tipping culture. So don't like it. People should have wages. And there should also be minimum wage in the United States as well. Minimum wage is the main reason why the Scandinavian countries have gotten so rich that they are. Well, Norway is rich because of oil. Well, Norway is richer than the other Scandinavian countries because of the oil and gas and other natural resources. But anyways, the main reason isn't the raw products in like oil and gas. It's basically that we have like a minimum wage type of system. There are poor people has a right to scholarships so that they can go to school and create their own business if they like to. We have like systems in order. So what they call the American dream is actually easier in countries with like mild socialism, such as Norway, such as Sweden, such as Denmark. You know, Estonia has adopted their system as well, and they are slowly getting richer. So yeah, like, it's wild. I mean, like, most Europeans view American politics as a complete joke. It's like so many people believe that they shouldn't pay taxes, and they're totally against universal health care because they don't want to pay for lazy people's health. Well, you're already paying for lazy people having help if their house catches fire. There will be firefighters taking out the fire, right? 3, 4, 5. You have free libraries. You're paying for lazy people having an opportunity to read books for free. If there is something happening, like if you get robbed or something, or if you're in danger, someone attacking you, you're paying for lazy people having access to police. Why is it a big difference to have access to surviving? And not even that. Even if you dislike that you have to pay for like lazy or poor people having healthcare, it's benefiting everyone. Everyone benefits from universal healthcare. It's just, yeah, no, it baffles me. It absolutely baffles me. And just because this is like it's a foreign concept for Americans, I can't think of a single. Well, okay, I can think of one single, but of the bigger parties, I can't think of a single party that today would argue that we should remove universal healthcare because everybody benefits and we feel it, we experience it. It's weird. Right now, because I've been to the doctor many times this year, mainly due to migraines, and I've had to go to therapists and whatever, because I spent so much money now, my visits for health checks and such are now completely free because I spent over like a budget for the rest of the year. Even now when I need more migraine medication, I go to I go to the pharmacy and I'm getting it for free. Of course, I have to talk to the doctor to prescribe me more, but as far as I have the prescription, I just go to the pharmacy and I'm given it for free. Splendid. Absolutely wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the last one in English, and I need a different system now. Well, that's written the same way as in French, but it's not in the same box. Okay, I think that's fine. Yes, I need a different system. I don't really know what to do. I didn't think I would have to. Well, I didn't think I would struggle with this. I could do something like writing first, second, third, or something like that, but it's. Let me go by the chakras, and I'll go top to bottom. I won't reach root chakra, but what can I do? Oh. Yeah, I didn't mean to just like bash the United States. The United States has a lot of good things. It's a reason why so many decide to migrate to the United States. It's way better than many places in the third world. Although you could argue that certain places in the United States is the third world. But yeah, some areas, some states, it's safe. It's people are friendly, that type of thing. It's just we hear about all the bad stuff all the time. In many ways, I think the United States is wonderful. I just don't like the politics and the values. Yeah. Yes, so that's crown. Crown. I definitely need to check, like, how many Goldeen do I have now? But, like, if you come to think of it, like, how many Pokeballs are disappearing within hours? It's not weird that I need a lot of Pokeballs in Generation 2. Because I had to sell, like, everything that I get and buy Pokeballs for everything I have, just because, you know. So many people think that like this is like, oh, don't you spend? Yeah, Metalnur commented on this last time. Like, doesn't this challenge take long enough time already? Yeah, but do I have much of a choice other than just running like really like on the edge of like getting completely bankrupt? And that's a polybag. Yeah, it's a polybag. No, I'm running, yeah, my brain. Yeah, well, the pain now, it starts going away and then it comes back and it starts to go away, so it goes in waves. I haven't gotten like so tired that I feel like I need to lay down and sleep. Sometimes I feel like that. Yeah, so the worst I experienced was that my eyes were going in cross. If that makes sense in English. I'm not sure if that makes sense in English. Yeah. Has my luck run out now? Yeah, trying to combine resting and playing Pokemon. That is the main reason, I think, why I accidentally released Flareon. Just make sure that when I go into the box I'm concentrated. Other than that, I'll just try to rest out because it is so necessary. Yeah, I didn't get the last bug catching contest because that was yesterday when I had to go to my dad's birthday. If I were to stream, I would have started very early. Poliwag. I'm not falling asleep, but I'm going into trance. Oh, I saved. I thought I was going. Oh yeah, because I went 3 down. Okay. I thought I did the right thing, but that only makes sense if I had just met a Pokemon. I'm trying to do it with my eyes closed, like this. I feel like I can rest now. Just don't rest while I'm in the box. Another Poliwag, yeah. Just a matter of time till the Goldeen encounter would decrease. Because I've been really lucky this session. One thing that Udehana wished was that I had a room where I could do this in. Like she didn't like being on top of me, so that she could just sit by her own, getting some self-quality time while I'm doing this. But yeah, it is what it is. Another Poliwag here, another Poliwag there, another Poliwag everywhere, or something like that. Slowpoke. Must have been any. Ugh. Goldeen. A long time ago since I've had a Goldeen. Time is passing by like crazy, people. Like it was ancient times ago since last I saw a Goldeen. This is what overfishing looks like. Oh, I was so young back then when I last saw a Goldeen. Now I just got to toss a Pokeball. Can I white third eye? I can. Third eye. Yes. I was a little unsure. I was like 2 away from not being able. There's no 3 there, or else this would have been like reduced greatly. Run! Goldeen. They need to use a spec. And then we'll have to use poison powder. And then it will be poisoned, and in agony, till it's caught and sent to the PC. Then it will be attended to by Professor Oak. I'm not sure if that is the mechanic in the games, because it seems like if they put it in a box to just exist in limbo. That's how it seems like, at least. Looks a little bit more cozy from Generation 3 and onward, but still. Okay, crown, third eye, throat. There we go. Naming numerals and systems and trolls. The last one is the most important. Trolls. Starting to talk nonsense, people. $766, yeah. Increased in subscribers. That was happening when you were sitting here doing nonsense. It's not weird that I decided not to announce these streams. Good rod. Yeah, definitely seems like one more stream with this is necessary. At least one more stream with this is necessary. You gotta think of like how many Pokeballs I still have left. Although next time it might not be sufficient enough reason to do the thing. That was a critical hit. My gosh. Good rod. Oh, it's shiny! Just kidding. Can't see that in Generation 1. Am I getting slightly crazy? Yeah, I am. I am crazy. I'm one of those crazy people. Crown, third eye, throat, heart. Is there enough space for solar plexus? No, it isn't. I'll do an abbreviation of some sort, I think. Even if I do like capitalization instead of space, there's still one too little. I can't think of like any combining letter writing system or something like that. Next one will have to be an abbreviation! Solar plex. Something like that. Just drop the Latin ending. What are we going on for? Yeah, sometime. I didn't have much introduction to the Cinnabar Island melody because I think it's changed in Generation 2, and yeah, I haven't played this far in this game ever. I've never done like a complete playthrough of this game, which will change during this challenge. Poisoning the fish. The ocean is the magic cocktail. Actually, the 69 balls. That's so beautiful. Yeah. Solar can be. Solar plex, yes. Solar plex, there we go. Yeah, Sub. Yeah, actually Subway in Japan is not vegan. believe it or not, you can't get vegan on Subway in Japan. Which is so annoying. It's like butter and everything. I think that was the case. I think butter was the case. Oh, bread in Japan, that was so awful. So awful. Here in Norway, majority of bread is just vegan by default. Good rod. Come on now. Police swag. Run. There we go. Yeah, just hoping to get as many as possible, because then only one more stream will do. And I think all the money has been like converted into Pokeballs and into the Goldines, which again will produce TM33s by transferring them to Generation 1, which is my ticket to a heck of a lot of money. Goldie. I just knew it somehow. I feel like, oh, this one is so going to faint right now. Sacral. Yeah, the critical hit chance is the Doomfall. Basically the Doomfall. Absolutely. Let me see. Items, good rod. And I'm so drugged down, you have no idea. Yeah. Migraine medication has worked a whole lot more now, but now it's working a little too well. Goldine. Like, the pain is like more going into the neck now than in my brain. Yeah. Critical hit is just so bad. Poison powder. Oh. Come on, poison powder. Yay, I did it. Goldine was caught. Yes, sacral. Or the sacral. Sacral, okay. I think I'll do Roman numbers next. Did I fill up a box now? Let me go check. And then I need to clear my head before I start doing that. Okay, let's do this. Just make sure that I don't release any Pokemon. Because I have Flareon incidents. Okay, I click on release. Don't click on anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more row. Don't release anything. Oh yeah. Yeah. Roman numbers is the next one. Numbers is an easy one, but I've done like multiple languages, so I can do other like Japanese numbers as well when I come to think of it. There are also other ways to count in English. First, second, third, fourth, yeah. Numbers is a quite safe way unless you have like languages where they're written the same way and such. This is I think. As far as I don't critical hit, this will be I. Okay, I can just make it fall asleep. That's neat. Sleep powder. It's now asleep. Turning Pokeballs into money. I'm even multiplying money in this way. He will be I. End. Yeah. Oh. Got like flinters in my mouth. Yeah, that's a weird thing when you're drugged down. The weirdest thing gets to you. Go, poison powder, here we go. No, okay, it didn't go. Yes! No. Come on now. Poison. And it worked! Didn't work. But this time, it works. There we go. Go into red, please. Ah, okay. Still a monstrous rate of... Oh, a monstrous catch rate anyways, even if it's not in red. Yes, that's I. Item, good roll, there we go. Oh. Poliwag. Money laundering is so fun. This is tedious, it's like a full-time job. No, not really, because I'm not sitting here like 6 hours doing this. Or 6 or more hours, I should say. Like 8 hours of work. It's a little bit over the top for like people in like regular working positions. I definitely did not like it. I feel like if I were to go home 2 hours earlier, that would have made the world of difference. Come on now. I'm getting impatient. Cinnabar Island, my gosh, there we go. Fishing outside of Mr. Fuji's lab. Fishing for Pokemon. And here's a Poissirène, as they call it in French. Such a beautiful name. Yeah, I'm just afraid of critical hits, but shouldn't complain too much because they are fairly good encounter rages, so yeah. Let me see. 65 Pokeballs left. Yeah, at least one more stream with this nonsense is definitely due. And I, there we go. I'm going to like Roman numerals now. Yeah, if somebody is on now that doesn't know what I'm doing, I'm laundering money. I have so much money from this save file that I will restart eventually. So I'm just trying to catch as many Goldeen as possible. And you're just gonna send them to Pokemon Gold, and then they will hold TM33, which is sold for quite a bit of money. And then I'll sell it because money is really short in this like catch them all challenge. Oh yeah, I need status infliction. Okay, this one has a good attack range, not range, but a good attack. No, it's not going to go down to red. 64 Pokeballs. Oh, sorry. So that's IV. IV. There we go. And Roman letters. Or numbers, technically. Technically, this is like majority of the letters in the alphabet are Roman. Not all of them, but majority. Like J didn't exist in Rome, so yeah. Even like the letter V came later. Started with U, but yeah. Oh, I forgot. I needed to heal. Good. And if this fails, I'll just toss Poke. Okay, yeah, it worked. Even if the guy glitches awake, then usually it just falls asleep right away. Anyways. Yes. V. V for Victini. V for Vendetta. Usually it's just victory, but yeah, V for Vendetta. That's a really nice film. I don't understand what the opera was all about, but you're not supposed to. You know that there's some kind of unjust system, but you don't know what it's all about. Really hard to tell. Remember, the 5th of November. Good roll. Stephen Fry played a very important role in that film. That means it's a good film. Stephen Fry is such an amazing man. I wonder why he's not vegan yet, but he's like the right person to take that step. Definitely would be the right person to take that step. He's reasonable. Another polywag. I feel like my head is clearing a little. Maybe. Good road. Oh yeah, that definitely hasn't worn off. Oh, if I were in the position where I would not have to. Oh. Good rod. Oh, stretching. Oh yeah. Yeah. Goldine. Oh yeah. Goldine. Oh. Then it just needs to go to sleep. Sleep powder, go! Yes. Yes. Okay, that's all the Roman numerals done. I think I'll just count in another Japanese way. Okay, I will just change PC. Withdraw, deposit, release, change. Change box, change box, change box. Yes, and then it saves. I'm just going to change to box 11. I don't want to fill up box 12 for a very obvious reason, but that's as far as we've gotten now. Somehow we got that far. I was hoping we wouldn't get to catch and release level, but I'm filling up boxes too fast. So trade and release is probably the way we'll have to go about this. Oh, filled up the boxes too fast, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to get into the next hour, because I think the next video will publish at that instance. I think. Poisson. Okay, item 61 Pokeballs. I have more Pokeballs than I need. Nah, I don't think it's more than I need, but I'll soon be filling up the entire box. Yes. He. Ta. Hitots. Yeah. Well, it's just about like trying to catch 5 more, then if I manage to do that before the next hour, then I'll quit there. Because I think I'm at the verge where I need to transfer Pokemon to Pokemon Gold, because I'm filling up all the boxes. I'm filling up all the boxes. I need like 1 box left for like, yeah, reasons. Maybe I don't, maybe I do. Cut. Yeah, because I need to like have order in things. Come on now. Use poison powder. There we go. Pokeball, go. I thought Goldeen was part poison, but that might not be the case. Although its horn is poisonous. Futatsu. Futatsu. There we go. Am I getting a message? Not sure if that's meant for the stream. It's been like half an hour till like the release date of the next one, if it was 3 o'clock and not 4 o'clock. I think it releases 3 o'clock. Yeah, definitely 3 o'clock. Yeah. There's no need for me to stream over a release of a video. That's a bad idea. Well, I'm surprised how many people tuned in today. Like last stream, I'm even more surprised. It was like Friday and no announcement. At least today it's Sunday and people aren't really at work. $59 Pokeballs. Yeah, I definitely will have to start the trading nightmare earlier, and then might be a reason to continue on this fishing nightmare. I don't know if that's Mitsu. Mitsu. Oh yeah, this is a Goldeen. This is probably a Goldeen. It wasn't. But I've been lucky today, especially in the beginning. I got Goldeens so fast. Yes, it's a tedious stream, but now my head is so bad that it just helps me to stream in this way, where it's totally brain dead and I don't need to think properly. Although I figured I need to think properly when I'm checking the boxes. That was so bad. And it made me so sad. There is a Goldeen. Let me cut and... That wasn't much. That was really good defense. Poison powder. Poison powder if it's over red, and sleep powder if it's in red. I'm just seeing this as less red actually, because I'm not very good at seeing the color orange. Totsu, futatsu, mitsu, yotsu. And yotsu. This is actually going quite fast. It is. It is going fast. My gosh. Yeah, I think I have plenty of time to reach this before the next hour. This is great. Cut. Oh, here we go. 57 Pokeballs. Oh no, not this again. More than not, it goes in. Only had one situation where I had to toss 3 Pokeballs. Yes, hitotsu, futatsu, mitsu, yotsu, itsutsu. Itsutsu. Hitotsu, futatsu, mitsu, yotsu, itsutsu. Well, okay, then there's one more to go today. And we've been going on for 3 hours, 14 minutes. This went better than I thought. Wow! Am I done already? Unless it's a critical hit. I could continue, but I said I will only go this far. So... that's what I'll do. Poison powder. There's no way that it will escape so many Pokeballs that it faints. 54 Pokeballs. Mutsu. Oh, this feels so great. Mutsu. There we go. Totsu, futatsu, mitsu, yotsu, itsutsu, mutsu, nanatsu, yatsu, kokonotsu, to. Okay. All Pokemon still in the party. Great. That's what I want to see. Oh. Windows PC. I will click on release, but I will not click into anything. No. Change box is what I need to click on. Yes. Okay, so there are 6 Pokemon in here, and there are 6 of them in there. I think that's the case. Okay, 9. 96. 102. Have I only got 102 Pokemon now? Okay, I'm over 100, which is what I wanted to. I think I'm at 102. 102 Pokemon, I think. Let me see. Wait a minute. No, that's 18. I was counting in 3s. Okay, I'll calculate, get a calculator. I know I speak Japanese, but I'm not Asian. 6 times 3 is 18, I already knew, just for safe measures. Times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Times 9. That's 162. Plus 12. 174 Pokemon. Okay, that's 174 Pokemon. And not counting Snorlax as Snorlax and having leftovers, because that's gonna be... That's gonna... Yeah, okay, more than. So let me see. If I time this with 3,000, which is like 3,000 yen for each, we're talking 36,000. Okay. I might have calculated that a little different, but yeah. We're talking a heck of a lot of money. I think I calculated it wrong, but yeah. I have over 100 Pokemon in here. And that's great. I have closer to a 200 Pokemon in there. But I mean like 100 times 3,000. 300. Okay, I did definitely calculate that wrong. I did maybe a numeral wrong. 162. Let me do 162. 162 times 3,000. That's 486,000. Which is quite impressive, I must say. That's great. So next time I think I will start in Pokemon Gold and have some trade fodder, because I need to start there. I absolutely need to start there for a very important reason, and that is... Oh, hi Bushy, how are you doing? You come in now that I decided to head off, because next video will release in about 20 minutes, and I don't want like a complete overlap, if you see what I mean. The dabbing is so fantastic. Right now I figured that although I have 54 Pokeballs left, situation is now I need to keep track of this so I don't release any Pokemon. Situation right now is that... Hold on. Change box. This is change box. It's not release, it's change box. Yes. Yes. So all these boxes are filled up with Goldines. All the cats. Yeah, they're filled up with Goldines. And the thing is, I only have one spare box left. So next time, I think I will start doing the trade fodder. Dab. So thing is, I have about 19,000 yen left, and there
there is sufficient enough for at least one more stream where I completely do this, but I don't have more space. So I'll have to do some like catch and release type of method now. So I will have to get like some trade fodder from Pokemon Gold, and once I got that, I can trade over Pokemon and get those items, and then I will maybe continue with another stream where I catch the remainder of the Goldeen. I might not go 100% out. I might not try to get in every single Pokeball possible, but after then there's reason enough. All the tabs. There's reason enough for me to continue a little bit longer to level up the Pokemon that I have that are still a little bit off before they evolve, so I get as much experience points from this game as possible before I send them to Gold, so I don't have to bother about like getting easier easier experience points from Gold, because I can only fight so many trainers before Elite Four, and when I get to Elite Four it will be incredibly repetitive. Not that this isn't repetitive, but I don't need to concentrate much in this. So yeah, thanks you all for watching. We had many people in the beginning, fewer at the end, but thanks for everyone who's been watching, and I'm surprised that so many people tune in to this very tedious, long and boring little segment. Thank you.